Shalom, shalom, elect of the nation of Israel. Shah Brother Kodar Shahan here coming at you with a real quick video. First things first, I would like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash, which in the ancient Paleo Hebrew tongue is the correct name of the Heavenly Father, His only begotten Son, and the Holy Spirit. I like to give double honors to my teachers, the head apostles and elders of Great Millstone, which I learned this truth. I want to send sincere salutations to the brothers pushing this truth all across the four winds in truth and sincerity. Shalom to you brothers, and shalom to the Akim and Akwaf who's listening, learning, and studying to show they self-approved. Shalom. I'm going to get into a real quick video centered around the importance of having the true wisdom of the scriptures, man. Because there's a lot of bugged out information out here. You know, there's a lot of podcasts and people talking about the scriptures and it's going completely off. You know, to be honest, I kind of blame Christianity for a lot of it, because they taught the Bible like it's mythology, like it's really snakes walking on two legs, and just all kind of madness that they teach. Just kind of, it reminds me of like the school when they teach, you know, about Poseidon and all these different gods, like this mythology, and people, and that bug people out, man. So people don't have the true knowledge and understanding of the scriptures, man. And that's really what's going to save people in these times. So as you can see on the header of this video that I have pulled up, it says the theory that says Jesus and Lucifer were the same person. It says part 2. So somebody really did a whole breakdown of part 1, part 2 on how Lucifer and who they call Jesus, which his true name is Yahweh Shai, are the same person, which is madness, man. Which is ridiculousness, man. Which is straight ridiculous, man. And it shows, like, some people just ain't gonna get it. You know, you're just gonna have to lead them right where they at. It ain't no talking to them. It ain't no teaching them, because they just through. They was just destined not to get it, man. You know, the scriptures say that they might have a zeal, they might want to learn and know the truth, but they not gonna get it, because like they mixing theology and the truth of the scriptures and some Lilith and some Anunnakis and some Planet Nubarus and all kind of shit together, and it's just they muddying up the waters, man. You know, they mixing the wines, and that's why they on these podcasts just vomiting up madness, man. You know, I'm gonna play this video real quick and you'll see what I'm talking about. I can't even listen to half of it.
So when once Lucifer and Lilith made
look, in the corporate of it, man, the so-called black woman, man, the nigga woman, man. And I ain't saying all black women, but like shit, most of these, like, they through. They through. You know? But let's play this.
some of the Anunnaki, the reptilians, went with Lucifer, got stuck here on Earth, and created a race.
What race is that?
I'm just gonna say the human race. Aliens turned it into human race, but it was a long process. In the Bible, a long time ago, it used to say, he told Jesus, they will betray you. And what he meant by that was the reptilians are going to betray you. And they did. Lucifer lost his soul, and it was the Anunnaki that had to come back and retrieve it. But the only way we can retrieve it was going into a human experiment, crossbreeding, because they were the superior race. The Anunnaki was the superior race. The Egyptian goddess were the superior race. Think about Mesopotamia. Yeah, they're half human and half animal. And then the Egyptians are human, but they also have these bird faces, but that was part of their shape-shifting. So think about how the Indians moved. They knew that they were the totem poles. All those totem poles back then, wolves, hawks, things that they can transform.
What is a soul contract?
I'm just gonna say the human race. Alien.
Confusion, man. Dumb, like, all that's a bunch of madness, man. Let's see what the comments say, man. Like, this person is through. Like, and that's why the Lord said a woman shouldn't teach. That's exactly why the Lord said that, because it's just nothing, man. It's nothing but confusion and madness, man. Let's see what the comments say. And look at the women. Oh, love. She is so wise. That's wise in what? In folly? It says Lucifer and Jesus are not the same, and they're not. It says, where does she get all her information? Like a lot of people, she got a lot of people bagging her up, and a lot of people over here like talking about she through. It says it blows my mind that no one has gotten to this depth. I'm proud of her. Like she too deep, man. She's Deep Space Nine, as the apostle said. Man, who was that? I think it was Elder Manata Zakbaka said that, man. But she's through, man. And people over here like listening to this and believing it. I just want to know where her sources are. She made this stuff up for real. Protect this lady. Nah, this lady is done. And then this one, she's mixing all kind of stuff up together. Exactly, man. And once you mix wines, you vomit up madness just like this. That's why the Lord said a clamorous woman. Let's just grab that precept real quick, man. It goes into what a clamorous woman does. You know, let's get this real quick. Let's get Proverb, cause this applies heavily. Man, cause she's spewing madness out, and in the time we need the true wisdom. Proverb 9 and 13. It says, a foolish woman is clamorous. She is simple and knoweth nothing. And everything we heard was some clamorous, a lot of talking, a lot of simplicity, and a whole bunch of nothing, man. A whole bunch of nothing. That's why the Lord said women shouldn't teach. They should learn in silence, man. And they shouldn't teach. Matter of fact, let's grab that real quick. Because if women get to teaching, they get to going on what they feel and what they think, and it's not the truth. Let's get 1 Timothy 2 and 13. And it read 2 and 12. And it's matter of fact, I'm sorry, 11. It says, let the women learn in silence with all subjection. Learn in silence, man. But I suffer not a woman to teach, nor assert authority over men, but to be in silence. For Adam was first formed, then Eve, and Adam was not deceived, but the woman being deceived was in the transgression, man. See, that's why women shouldn't teach, man. They was deceived, and just like this woman, she's super deceived, and now she's pushing a whole bunch of deception to the nations, to everybody, man, all on social media. That's why a lot of people shouldn't have podcasts, man. That's why a lot of people should shut up, man, because then you wouldn't even know how bugged out they is, man. But since she opened her mouth, it showed how bugged out she really is, man. And a person like that, you can't do nothing with, because she's all the way gone. You tell her she wrong, hey, you're going to start a whole fight. It's going to be a whole problem. That's why the Lord said, hey, certain people, you just got to let them be. Matter of fact, let's grab that in Revelation. You just got to let them be, man. Revelation 22 and 11. And it says, he that is unjust, let him be unjust still. He that is filthy, let him be filthy still. He that is righteous, let him be righteous still. And he that is holy, let him be holy still. And behold, I came quickly, and my reward is with me, to give every man according to his work shall be. So the thing is, some people you can't, like, they just gonna have to be filthy, man. Some people just gonna have to be unclean. You can't tell them nothing. You know, they lot was to be in their lot, even though she's really searching for the truth, but like she got the wrong information, man. And once you do that, it's completely through, man. You know, you might have a zeal, but like you don't have the correct knowledge. And like I said, I blame Christianity for that, for teaching the Bible like it's mythology, man. Matter of fact, let's grab Acts real quick. Let's get Acts 26 and 24. And it reads, nah, this ain't it. Bear with me. I wasn't even trying to get that one, but that one is a good one though. And it does fit, man. Cause she over here, she went down a long rabbit hole and reading all kind of weirdo books instead of the holy scriptures, and she talking about Lilith and all of that, which is witchcraft. And now you mixing up the Bible and witchcraft together, and it drives people like the Lord said, like this precept said. So I'm gonna go ahead and read it. It says for the, let's see, Acts 26 and 24. It said, as I spoke for him, Festus said unto the Lord's voice, Paul, thou art beside thyself. Much learning does make thee mad. And like a lot of things, a lot of learning will drive a person mad, man. It'll drive you crazy, man. But like in Paul's case, he was just like a lot of learning that gets you weary. But like to study a whole bunch of different books, you being studious. I have a brother like that, man. And, you know, he be all into the Moors, all into the Muslims, all into the Egyptians. He reading about the Israelites, and then he try to put it all together, and it bugs them out, man. You know. But like in their case, in my brother's case, and that girl's case, it drives them mad because they searching for the truth and don't got it, and it's bugging them out, man. Matter of fact, let's get it's another precept that goes into that, and it goes about reading too many books. I think it's Ecclesiastes 12, and it might be Sirach. Yeah, it's this one. It says, and further by my son, be admonished of making too many books. There is no end, and much study is a weariness of the flesh. You see? So a lot of people are just bugged out because they read too many books, man. Reading all these different books instead of just reading the book that's, just pretty much the basic instructions to life that's going to save you, man. Which is the Holy Bible, man. The scriptures. The King James 1911 version with the Apocrypha to it, man. So, but the thing is, with Jake, they have a zeal, but it just might not be according to knowledge, man. They're sottish, man. So they'll look, and they always want more. They always want more. They always want more instead of just trying to just getting what they got from one book, man. Matter of fact, let's get Romans. Let's get Romans 10:2, and it reads, "For I bear them the record that they have a zeal of Yahweh, but not according to knowledge." Man, you could tell she really liked what she's talking about. She really studied a whole bunch of nonsense, and she really have a zeal trying to for the truth, but just it's not according to knowledge, and it's bugging her, and it shows that she's bugged out, man. She's really bugged out, man. And the Lord said, like, you got wisdom of the world and wisdom of some made up bullshit, but hey, the Lord only loves those who got wisdom of the truth, man. Like, who got the real wisdom, man. Matter of fact, let's get that in the Wisdom of Solomon. Let's get Wisdom of Solomon. Let's get, I think it's 7:2. No, 7:20. 7:28. It says, "For Yahweh love none, but him that dwelleth with wisdom. For she is more beautiful than the sun, and above all the orders of the stars, being compared with the light, she is found before it." Man, talking about wisdom, man. The Lord loveth none, but him that dwelleth with wisdom. So if you don't got the true wisdom of Yahweh Bahashim Yahshua, the Lord don't love you, man. The Lord don't love you, man. And that starts with having a good foundation of the truth, man. And most people's foundation started with Christianity, and it bugged people out. It bugged people out once they start seeing that, hey, this ain't working, this ain't real, and hey, nothing, hey, you teaching me some bullshit. Because the plantation Christianity teach you that. They teach you about fallen angels, people fighting the Lord, and going to people breaking off, and that's not biblical, man. That's not biblical. They teach the Lord loves everybody, and if the Lord loves everybody, that makes everybody think the Lord is weak and docile, and the Lord just wants you to love him. No, the Lord wants you to be afraid of him, man. Be scared of him, because that's how you get the wisdom of it, man. Just look at it in life. Like when people say they love somebody, oh, I love them, they'll do anything to them. But like most of the time when people scared of them, when people scared of somebody, hey, they show reverence to him, man. And they like, oh man, I'm listening to him because I'm scared of him, stuff like that. That's how the Lord wants. Hey, the Lord wants you to be afraid of him, man. And then once you're afraid of him, you have that healthy fear of the Lord, then wisdom will come, man. See, but plantation Christianity don't teach you that. So they teach you, hey, the Lord just wants you to love him. And people like, I do love the Lord. And that's the number one saying, I love the Lord. I got the Lord in my heart, this and this. But they yet doing wickedness, man. Matter of fact, let's get that, man. See, the Lord's only loving those who dwell with the true wisdom, and that starts by being afraid of the Lord first, man. Let's get Proverbs 9 and 10. And it reads, the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom, and knowledge of the holy is understanding, man. See, you got to start off with fearing the Lord. Then you will get the wisdom, and then you will get the understanding, man. Matter of fact, you can go to Proverbs 1, and it'll tell you pretty much the same thing, 1 and 7. It says, the fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge, but fools despise the wisdom and instructions. Exactly, man. Fools despise the real wisdom and instructions, and it all starts with the fear of the Lord, man. See, they don't fear the Lord. They just say they love the Lord. And that's what plantation Christianity taught you, man. So if you don't never have that healthy fear of the Lord, you ain't never going to have the true wisdom of the Lord, man. Matter of fact, you can get that and go back into Psalms. Let's go to Psalms 111. Psalms 111 and 10. It says, the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. A good understanding have all they that do his commandments. You see? His praise endureth forever, man. See? You got to have a healthy fear of the Lord to get the true wisdom, understanding, and knowledge, man. You got to have a healthy fear of the Lord to actually even get cut by the scriptures. Because if you don't get cut by the scriptures, that means you don't really care what the Lord is saying, which means you ain't going to get better and try to change according to the scriptures, man. To even understand and get the knowledge, man. Let's get man, what is that I was thinking of? Somewhere in Job. Let's see. Yeah, it's Job 28 and 28. It says, and to men he said, behold, the fear of the Lord, that is wisdom, and to depart from evil is understanding, man. See, the fear of the Lord is wisdom, man. And we got to fear the Lord to get that wisdom, man. Wisdom is everything, man. Wisdom, understanding, and knowledge is going to be the stability of the times to come. So we need that healthy fear of the Lord. And we have that. Those of the hopeful elect. Those of the elect have that, man. That's why we study the scriptures, man, and read and understand. Matter of fact, you can get that in Isaiah 33 and 6. 33 and 6. And it reads, and wisdom, understanding, and knowledge shall be the stability of the times, and the strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord is his treasure, man. So, hey, to overcome in these times, hey, we gotta have wisdom, understanding, and knowledge, and that begins with the fear of the Lord, man. We can't be bugged out going off of what, like, just reading too many books and all of that. You see, that's like a plague of the mind right there, man. You know? So we gotta thank the Lord that He ain't plague our mind with all His wickedness, man, all His madness, man. You know, that we have a healthy fear of Him, that He's with us, man. That we're seeking Him out in spirit and in truth. But I'm gonna end it there, man. We can't be bugged out. That was some crazy stuff, man. That was some crazy stuff. We gotta thank the Lord that we have the true wisdom, understanding, and knowledge of the scriptures, man, and not none of this bugged out, wacky craziness, man. But I'm gonna end it there. Lord willing, this is edifying. Lord willing, it made sense, and I like to say, call Allah Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Rakakodash, Kwam Yasharala Wa Baba Shalom.